The pair of games for you tomorrow on ABC, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. The Liberty hosting Asia Wilson and the Aces at 1 o'clock Eastern. Then we have Caitlin Clark and the Fever hosting Angel Reese and the Sky. Coverage of that will begin with WA Countdown at 12:30 Eastern. So, Chiney, obviously, so many eyes, as always, are on Caitlin Clark and the Fever. People want to know, is that the team to beat this year? Can they win the WNBA championship?
They have a lot to prove, but I am putting them in the conversation of contenders. Now, they have to do the work, and they have to back me up. But I love what the Indiana Fever did. They won the offseason. They understand that they have what Stephen A. likes to call the golden goose. They have an influx of fans, and what did they do? They built a team for those fans to watch, to be able to win. I love it. They already had a great core. Aaliyah Boston, who's a Rookie of the Year and All-Star. Kelsey Mitchell, who actually led them in scoring last year. Now you add DeWanna Bonner, who has the most playoff experience. You add Natasha Howard. You know, Caitlin, how she makes those touchdown passes? Natasha's going to catch and finish. They built a championship caliber team. Now they have to put in the work and do it. But I do see that as a realistic opportunity.
So team goals are one thing, and then individual goals. What does this season look like, year two, for Caitlin Clark? I'll remind everyone, last year you come right off of the college experience, so she had no downtime in between. How much better is she in year two?
Great minds think alike. When people think about, you know, sophomore year, typically in college, you're like, oh, there's going to be a sophomore slump. Nope. Negative for Caitlin Clark. It's going to be a sophomore jump. She's already made history. She set the single season assist record as a rookie. She averaged 19. She was all WNBA. Now she just has to win. And I think that's, you know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, what is she going to do for other people? What are the other people going to do for her? They're going to free her up in a way that she's not dealing with crazy double teams and traps. Now she can be her best self, and that's why you look at the betting odds, people predict her, if her team wins, to be an MVP favorite.
Yes, and of course those things tend to get skewed also by her star power, but she has a real shot. So let's do a WNBA watch. With apologies to Wendy, we will do the WNBA watch. Good, I like
got the
it.
fingers.
In the air. Let's start with the Liberty. They won the championship last year. Are they the favorite to repeat?
I think they absolutely are, because they're a team that kept their core pieces but also added a couple more. Natasha Cloud at the point guard position, someone that plays like a dog defensively. And of course, I say defensively because this is where the team improved, which is wild. Think about this. JJ in the center, she's 6'6". Stewie, she's got like a 7-foot wingspan. Now you have Sabrina, you have Natasha Cloud on the outside. Leonie Fibish, she's like 6'4". They're going to be a good defensive team. They can absolutely repeat.
Next, the Liberty eliminated the Aces in the semifinals last year. How does Vegas get back to its championship ways?
Death, taxes, and Asia Wilson getting a bucket. She scored 1,000, the first ever 1,000-point score in WNBA history. It's going to be a different-looking squad because they add Jewel Lloyd, and my question is, without Kelsey Plum, who held down the point guard position, you know, especially when Chelsea wasn't late, you know, Chelsea was injured, how will they sort of build that chemistry on the fly? They still have a top-heavy team. I'm looking, the question mark is depth, but they have Asia Wilson, and everyone knows the world goes by Asia.
Yeah, a lot of star power, including this one. Miss Paige Becker is the #1 overall pick from UConn. Her odds to win Rookie of the Year are -375. Again, these things get skewed by the name recognition and the fame. Are you taking Paige Beckers or the field for Rookie of the Year?
Normally we take the field, but I'm going to take Paige just because she's a bucket. You know, a lot of people say what translates to the WNBA. As a post player, it's a rebounding. As a guard, it's being able to knock down an open shot. And what we saw at UConn was that she was one of the most efficient guards. She does not need the ball in her hand to be able to find ways to score when she receives it. So I think Paige is probably the favorite as well.